Krakens, sea monsters, and mermaids probably don't exist, but that doesn't mean there aren't other mysterious things lurking in the deep blue sea. Many of the most bizarre discoveries found below the surface aren't even native to the ocean, nor do they have scales or fishtails. It's the man-made creations that have been accidentally sunk, purposely thrown overboard, or strategically planted that make for the most puzzling discoveries. From ghost trains to fortune-telling computers to flying saucers, here are 10 most mysterious treasures found underwater. It's considered bad luck to set sail without christening the ship, so before we embark on the list, make sure to give the old subscribe button a ceremonial smash before boarding. Underwater monolith. If swimming with creepy, lifelike human statues is your thing, they have parks for that. Underwater sculpture exhibits recently created in Granada and near Cancun, Mexico, have been attracting tourists, fish, and other sea creatures alike. Although these pieces of art are man-made, they've gradually become a part of the natural ocean landscape, just like the puzzling discovery made in 2015 in the Mediterranean. A broken monolith dating back 10,000 years was found off the coast of Sicily. The rectangular 39-foot-long rock is broken into 2 parts and has 3 holes that experts say could not have formed naturally. This curious discovery suggests that the inhabitants of the Sicilian Channel region were actually an advanced civilization, and not the unsophisticated club a woman and drag her by the hair type as people once thought. The world's first computer. Long before computers were used for sending emails, surfing the web, and cyber-stalking our exes, they served a very different purpose. That ranged from mechanical aids like a slide rule to predicting the tides and even the future. In 1901, a 2,000-year-old artifact was found in the wreckage of an ancient ship off the coast of the Greek island Antithekera. The bronze astronomical calendar, called the Antithekera mechanism, was about the size of a shoebox and had an intricate system of gear wheels which were designed to chart the movements of the sun, moon, and planets. Inscriptions on the device, which referred to the color of a forthcoming eclipse, reveal that this technological radio also had fortune-telling capabilities. Not bad for the world's first computer, considering the only thing today's computers can predict are our Netflix movie preferences and who we might want to add to our friends list, and even they can never get that right. Cursed emeralds. In the world of treasure hunting, it often takes a fortune to find a fortune, especially when you're so desperate to be rich and famous that you buy and plant the jewels yourself. That's exactly what real estate developer turned amateur treasure hunter Jay Miscovich did. In 2010, Miscovich claimed he had a map that led to a multi-million-dollar stash of emeralds at the bottom of the ocean floor off the coast of Key West. When tests revealed that some of the stones had been coated in epoxy, allegations pointed to a giant scam. Miscovich ended up committing suicide, and a Florida jewelry store owner testified that he'd actually sold Miscovich the gems. Moral of the story? If you're gonna fake an old shipwreck treasure, don't have the stones polished beforehand. Baltic Sea Anomaly. The only thing possibly better than uncovering a huge treasure at the bottom of the ocean is finding the Millennium Falcon. Of course, everybody knows the famous Star Wars vessel isn't real, or is it? A 60-meter-wide mysterious circular craft discovered 300 feet below the Baltic Sea still has experts scratching their heads over what it could be. Bearing a striking resemblance to the Millennium Falcon, this mysterious 200-foot-wide metal-looking object has a staircase leading to a dark hole with a second structure found nearby. What's even weirder is electric and satellite diving equipment reportedly cuts out whenever it's close to the structure. While geologists insist the Baltic Anomaly is just a natural geological formation, the rest of the geeks and alien chasers around the world are convinced the unidentified object is from another planet. We are also secretly hoping Han Solo and Chewbacca will swim up the staircase with blasters and crossbows blazing. The oldest human skeleton. In a flooded cave 130 feet below sea level on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, scientists claim to have discovered the oldest, most complete human skeleton ever found in the Americas. Given the name Naya, meaning water nymph in Greek, the remains are thought to be of a teenage girl who lived about 13,000 years ago. Her skeleton was found buried among the bones of extinct animals like saber-toothed cats and giant sloths. Using DNA from Naya's molar, researchers for the first time were able to link Paleo-Americans who lived in the continents after the last ice age to modern Native Americans, suggesting they were close relatives and shedding light on the origins of modern Americans. The spy ship. Rough seas, stormy weather, and countless coral reefs combined with war and conflict have turned the Red Sea into a gnarly shipwreck graveyard. Among the casualties is the Russian wreck discovered back in 2003. Experts originally thought it was a fishing trawler, but the electronic equipment on board, including a communications mast, more than 200 batteries, and a directional finding antenna, suggests that the ship was actually a spy vessel used by Soviets during the Cold War. Of course, being a spy ship, there's no available records or details about the vessel. As for the Russians, let's just say denial is not just a river in Egypt. Underwater trains. Off the coast of New Jersey, 90 feet below the surface, lies 2 little engines that could not swim. So what were these 1850s locomotives doing in the water in the first place? Since there's no historical record of the trains ever being built or being lost, experts can only guess how these ghost trains ended up in their watery grave. The two theories are that they were either lost in a storm while being transported from Boston to the mid-Atlantic, or they were deliberately thrown overboard to prevent the ship from sinking in rough waters. Despite taking a rust bath for the last 160 years, the trains remain remarkably well preserved. They're in such good condition, in fact, that there are rumors of a plan to pull them out of the ocean and have them restored. A jet. The ocean has swallowed up many planes over the years, especially off the coast of the Philippines, where Allied and Japanese forces fought during World War II. But finding a relatively modern F-4 fighter jet in the area with no crash damage is certainly an underwater mystery. With no records ever produced, researchers have speculated that during transport the jet may have been damaged, and as a result was stripped of all its useful parts and pushed off the side of the aircraft carrier to free up deck space. Salcombe Wreck. In 2010, one of the world's oldest shipwrecks, dating back to around 900 BC, was discovered off the coast of the United Kingdom. 300 artifacts have since been recovered, including copper and tin ingots used to make bronze, weapons, and jewelry. Not exactly the jackpot of sunken treasures, but still a significant find, because the artifacts are proof that a trade network existed between Britain and Europe during the Bronze Age. Unfortunately, none of the ship's parts are still intact, so details about the voyage and who was on board may forever remain a mystery. Roman medicine. Finding eye medicine and diarrhea pills amongst a 2,000-year-old shipwreck may not seem like an extraordinary discovery, but this Roman first aid kit of sorts is the oldest remains of ancient pharmaceuticals in existence. Divers found tablets containing all natural materials like ground vegetables, herbs, and plants that researchers say may have been used as eye medicine or to treat gastrointestinal problems. These tiny pills are important pieces to an ancient medical puzzle that have given scientists a better understanding of the development of medicine over the centuries, particularly in the area of natural healing. Like the saying goes, one man's indigestion medicine is another man's treasure. You never really know what new strange discovery will be pulled from the ocean depths, and since 90% of the seafloor hasn't even been explored yet, there's a good chance the Kraken is out there, and maybe even the Starship Enterprise. But until then, you can safely explore the secrets of the sea and more of Earth's mysteries from the comfort of your couch. Just hop aboard the hub, set your phasers to subscribe, and enjoy the ride. See you next time.